everyone. Today I am here with video 3 for lesson number 5, periodic classification of elements. In this video I will be telling you about modern periodic table. In video 2 we discussed about Mendeleev periodic table and we came to know that there were many achievements also in the Mendeleev periodic table. Like he gave the very systematic study of elements, then there was correction of the doubtful atomic masses of different elements, but there were certain defects also, like position of hydrogen was not clear, position of different isotopes was not clear in the Mendeleev periodic table, the actual cause of periodicity was not given by him. So the next scientist who worked on periodic table was Henry Moseley. He was a physicist from England and he carried out his research about the structure of atom and came to the conclusion that atomic number, not the atomic mass, is the fundamental property of the element. Because Mendeleev said that it was atomic mass, but he corrected that it is the atomic number, not the atomic mass, which is causing the periodicity. So let's begin with the presentation now. He gave that it is due to the atomic number, because atom is having the different number of electrons and protons, and the change is due to their atomic number, not due to the atomic masses. Okay. And as the atomic number is changing, because atomic number is what? It is actually the number of electron or the number of proton. So the physical and chemical properties are changing because of their atomic numbers. Because of the change in the number of electrons, there is a change in the periodic table. Modern periodic table, it is a tabular arrangement of elements which are placed in increasing order of their atomic number. Therefore, the order of electronic configuration is also increasing, and there is reoccurring of chemical properties. Chemical properties are getting repeated. It is known as periodic because elements which are having similar properties are getting repeated after certain fixed interval or periods, you can say, and it is called table because the elements are being arranged in a tabular form. So let's see this modern periodic table. You can see here vertical and horizontal columns. If you see, there are 18 vertical columns, they are regarded as groups, and 7 horizontal columns are there which are regarded as periods. Now if you see this element which is having atomic number of 57, it is known as lanthanum. From 57, the extension part is here. From 58, cesium and all these elements, these are known as lanthanides. And from AC, that is 89 atomic number, it is actinium. Its continuation is here only. They are known as actinides. Okay. So if you see this periodic table, you will find that all the elements are being arranged in their increasing atomic number. So they are having a fixed position in the periodic table, and each of the group is having similar kind of the elements. Okay. Now if we talk about this group 1, this is your group 1. It is having hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. These all elements, they have similar properties and they are known as alkali metals. If you see group 2 elements, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium, these all are known as your alkaline earth metals because they are majorly from the earth only. Now you have to pay more emphasis on group 1, group 2, and from here group 13 to 18. At class 10th 11, from 3 to 12, it is not that important. You can continue from group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, if you see, it is having fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So this is the group for your halogens. Okay. And the last group, if you see, it is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So what is this showing? This is the group for your inert gases. It was not discovered in the Mendeleev periodic table. It has been come forward by Henry Moseley. Okay. Now again, I'm saying it again that there are 18 vertical columns which are known as groups and 7 horizontal columns which are known as periods. Always keep this thing in mind, 18 groups and 7 periods. One more thing I would like to tell you here, that here there are no subgroups as they were there in Mendeleev periodic table, but no subgroups are present in the modern periodic table. Group 1, as I have told you, they are alkali metals. Group 2, alkaline earth metals. Group 17, halogens. And group 18, it is also regarded as zero group element or noble gas or inert gas element. Now, if we talk about periods, if you see period 1, which is having only 2 elements, that is hydrogen and helium, therefore it is known as very short period or shortest period. If you see period 2, it is having 8 elements, that is lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. And period 3, sodium, magnesium, then aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. So they both contain 8 elements. They are regarded as short periods. Period 4 and 5, they are having 18 periods, elements in each. They are known as long periods. Period 6, if you see, it is having cesium, barium, lanthanum, hafnium, tellurium, tungsten, rhenium, osmium and so on till radon. It is having 32 elements, therefore it is known as very long or the longest period. And period 7 is having 23 elements and there are certain gaps also, therefore this period is regarded as incomplete period. So this was there. And number of periods give you information about the number of orbits. Okay, if the element is placed in period 1, like if we talk about hydrogen, so it has only 1 orbit. Period 2 having 2 orbits. Likewise, as the number of period is increasing, the number of orbit is also increasing. If we talk about number of groups, it tells us about the number of valence electron, how many valence electron are present in that particular element. Okay. If we see group 1 elements are hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. They all are having 1 electron in the valence shell. In the later part of the slide, I will show you this. Now, if you see the elements in the periodic table, they are being assigned different blocks. What are these blocks? See here, group 1 and group 2, they both comprise S block. Okay. Now, from group 3 to 12, it is forming D block elements, and from 13 to 18, it is forming P block elements. Okay. And D block elements from 3 to 12, they are also known as transition elements, and your lanthanides and actinides, they are forming F block elements. Alright. One more thing I want to add here, S block and P block, they both are combinedly known as normal elements. So in class 8 for now, you have to study about normal elements, that is elements belonging to S block and P block elements. Okay. You can see here, this is showing you the different elements which are being there in different blocks. Main focus for class 10th is on S block elements, P block elements, and combinedly they are known as normal elements. Okay, this is just the repetition which I have just told you. Now, if you see the group 1 from the left of the periodic table, they are known as alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. They all are alkali metals. They are very reactive and thus they have given a particular group. If you see the electronic configuration, then what is common in each? you will easily tell me that they all are having one valence electron. Okay, so why? Because they all are belonging to group 1. They are showing you valence electron 1. Okay, now if you see the electronic configuration of halogens, that is, if I talk about 18th group, then the members of 17th group, I'm talking about halogens, it is having fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So if you see here the electronic configuration, they all are having 7 electrons in their valence shell. So this is the common thing. Group 17 is having 7 valence electron, group 1 is having 1. So you can make a series out of that group 2 will be having 2 valence electron. Just now we talked that group tells you about the number of valence electron. Group 3 will have 3 valence electron, 4 will have 4 and so on. Okay. Now one more thing, if you have seen here that, I will just repeat the slide, that the gap between these elements are in terms of 8. You can see the difference from fluorine and chlorine. The difference of the number of electrons is 8. Then again it is 8 from chlorine to bromine. Then it is 18, 18 and 32, so on. This gap is similar. If we go back in slide, this one also for alkali metals, here also you can see the difference is 8, then again 8, then 18, 18 and then 32 from each of the member of the group. So these numbers, the gap of 8, 8, 18, 18 and 32 in the atomic number, they are known as magic numbers, because earlier the scientists found that this is because of certain magic, the same properties are being getting repeated. Okay. Now these are the important characteristics of elements which are there in a period. You know that they are getting filled electrons in their valence shell. That as the number of electron changes in the valence shell, the chemical properties also change, and atomic radii decreases from left to right as the size of the atom is decreasing from left to right. Therefore the atomic radii is also decreasing. So by now you all must be clear that periodicity is shown by the elements which are present in a group, and it is not shown by the periods. Now, there are certain differences in Mendeleev and modern periodic table. If you remember, in Mendeleev periodic table, it was having 8 groups and 6 periods. In modern periodic table, 18 groups and 7 periods. Transition elements were not there. Transition elements are present. Inert gases were also not present. In Mendeleev periodic table, lanthanides and actinides were not there. Now, position of element and group number and period number cannot be predicted, but here you can easily predict, because if you know the atomic number, if you know the valence electron, then you can easily tell in which particular group or in which particular period the particular element will be placed. Elements were arranged in increasing order of atomic mass in Mendeleev periodic table, but they are arranged in increasing order of atomic number in the modern periodic table. Now there are certain advantages because we are following Moseley's periodic table only. So because elements are arranged in increasing order of atomic number, which is more fundamental, which is more proper, then isotopes of the element can be placed along with the parent element. If we talk about the isotopes, so different isotopes are not placed in the periodic table. Only the parent element has been placed here, because you know that atomic number is same different in the periodic, in the isotopes, and it explains the periodicity of the property. Why this periodicity, why this repetition is occurring, then lanthanides and actinides are placed separately. So this video completes your modern periodic table. In the next video we will discuss about trends in modern periodic table, that how the valency, metallic, non-metallic character and different other properties changes in a periodic table. Thank you so much.